That is not all for today, Isabel. Hello everybody, and welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons! We got our thing from Gulliver, he's back with his crew, it's pretty nice. We got a letter from Sheldon, my fitness friend. I thought of a simple way to train my fingers by writing letters. I can correspond with you while giving my digits a workout at the same time. My hands are going to be incredibly muscular! A letter from our weird, definitely not mother. Cherry blossom petals dance upon the wind, kind of bizarre battalion of breeze ballerinas. As a smile graces my face as I watch the petals fall. All is well until a chew. That is fair. So, yeah, Switch Direct happened. There is so much. Good coin headpiece. Oh man, we're just wearing a bunch of coins. No. No, Gulliver. So, there's a lot to talk about. One, the Switch 2 looks like it's gonna be amazing. I am very excited to have a Switch 2. Release date is a lot sooner than I think anyone expected. It's coming June 5th. I don't know if I'm gonna have the money by June 5th. Like, that's, yeah, maybe July. Like, if it came out, like, August 5th, that would have been so much better. Because then I would have definitely had the money. But, yeah, June 5th. I might have to wait until July to get one. But, I'm getting one. I'm definitely going to be getting one. Waiting to see what the price is actually going to be up here in Canada land. Because, yeah. I mean, I doubt it's going to be impacted much, but let's be real, the world's economy is probably going to be in the toilet by then. So, who knows? Who really knows? At this point, nobody does. Yeah, they've announced so much stuff. The GameCube games alone coming to the Switch Plan Plus. Like, I think I know what my next Pokemon games I will be playing for the channel are. I know I'm going way out of order. I know I need to do Gen 2 if I want to do them in, like, proper order. And, like, that's what I want to do for more walkthrough style ones. But the GameCube Pokemon games, I mean, they don't need the full bio treatment. Like, they're side games. Like, I don't know if I want to keep the bios going, honestly. Like, any of you who might have watched my Pokemon Leaf Green series, like, keeping in mind that I more or less just talked about those Pokemon anyway, does it really matter if I have the stats of the Pokemon on the screen? Like, that is some feedback I would like. Because I'm still going to be talking about Pokemon encountered and whether I would recommend them or not. But, like, you know, if I don't need to, like, have the stats on the screen, then that's a pretty good thing. It's fitting with me wearing a new Kirby shirt today. There was a lot of Kirby announced. Not only are we getting Kirby Air Riders, which is going to be sequel, remake, we don't exactly know yet, of Kirby Air Ride, which is freaking amazing. Because that is an amazing game. We're also getting an expansion for, oh crap, which one was it? The wild one. Hold on, it'll be here. Forgotten Land. There we go. I literally have the Nintendo YouTube page open so I can remind myself of all of the stuff they just announced. Like, there is so much stuff. Like, it's a bit ridiculous. Yeah, probably nothing on the turnips, right? Yeah, 139. The morning might have been good, but I'm still really bummed I didn't, like... I was going to as I was starting my stream yesterday, I was gonna pop back in and check turnip prices. And then I just didn't. So, yeah. Yeah, like, Final Fantasy VII Remake coming to Switch 2. Ironically, that's something that I feel like I picked up on faster than most other people there, because the stream kind of broke around that point. So, you kind of had to at least understand a little Japanese to understand what was being said. And I think everyone picked up on Final Fantasy, I don't think they picked up on 7. Acorn, fish aren't biting. Oh, there's no fish there. That would be why. So, like, that was amusing. The funniest thing is, it kind of broke on what I would call a garbage game. Like, I don't even remember the name of the game. It just looked like a generic craft 'em up, like, survival crafting game. And, like, maybe I'm the weird one here, but I feel like we have enough survival crafting games. We don't need more. Just stop it. We have enough. Like, none of them do anything particularly special. They just kind of exist. We don't need this. Like, we've got enough of them. But yeah, it's like, Mario Kart, new Mario Kart. That looks like it's going to be very interesting and possibly more skill intensive. The only potential issue I can see with it in Grand Prix mode, based on how they describe things, unless the player in first has to wait, I could very easily see a player being able to be a whole race ahead, because you apparently drive to the next track. So, like, I don't know how that's gonna work. I mean, we're gonna find out when the game comes out, but I'm actually kind of hoping to get a version that just has, like, the digital download. That would be most convenient. Because then, you know, I won't need to pick up the game like I did with 8 Deluxe. I do find it funny how they're going from, like, 7 to 8 to 8 Deluxe to World. Almost certainly because, well, they already, like, Nintendo, like, calls Tour and the AR one, they consider those Mario Kart games, like, main series games. So they kind of can't say 9, because they're on, like, 11 now, you know. Yeah, there's so much. Also, just, like, okay, I'm gonna need to wait and see how it works, and I might wait and see other people doing it first, just to make sure it works, but I might actually transfer this to the Switch 2, if possible. If not, this will just be for recording on. Having the enhanced, like, frame rate, performance, visuals would probably be really cool, but I don't want to risk this series on if it doesn't work. It's a compatible game, don't know if it'll be perfectly transferable. I know there's a way of backing up your island, and then presumably downloading the island again later, but, like, I don't know how all that works. But Steven, glad to see you. Let's talk. Trying to make the most of today. It's very fair. Like, there's just so much. They didn't need to announce this much stuff. They just didn't. It's too much. It's too much all at once. Like, the one thing I just looked over and saw, the one thing they announced that I'm not sure on. Ah, he's a music man. Play the piano. Play the drums. Play the keyboard. I'm just annoying him. Hey, Weber. Steven, watch your step, okay? What you doing? I'm making a cardboard bed. One of the bugs on my floor whispered the DIY instructions in my ear while I was sleeping last night. So I got built up before I forget what it even is. Check it out. Plans for a cardboard bed. I can teach you if you want. Yeah, teach me, man. Leave it to me. I got it all scribbled down right here. Yeah, it's probably just line up some cardboard boxes, man. Yeah, the chat. The voice chat. I'm not sure I like that. It'll depend on how it actually works. Like, it's neat in theory, and like, some of the people's comments during the presentation were like, oh, Nintendo still can't do voice chat right. It's like, I don't know, from what it sounds like they're doing it better than just about everybody else. Because not only are they, you know, using a lot of noise-canceling technologies, but they're also incorporating video call, and it's easy to mute, unmute. It basically just looks like Discord calls. Always dig running into you, Steven. How's things? What's the latest? It's my second time running into you today. First time was in your dreams. Sorry, I wanted him by accident. You weren't there, and it's a good thing you weren't. It's a good thing nobody ends up in my dreams except me. But, yeah, I'm a little sketch on the calling. It really does depend on how it works. Like, if you have to be, like, maybe, like, best friended, that would be something, or if you're able to set that up. I don't like the idea of people being able to just randomly call you on while you're playing games. I don't like that. Their camera, I'm unsure of. Like, nothing against a good camera, but like, I kind of like this. I might wear this for a while. But like, I don't see the purpose. That's more the thing. Like, I get some games are going to integrate it, and not sure I like that very much. But, you know, the games that do incorporate it are games I'm not that interested in, at least so far, so that works out. Making usual around, Steven, or is this a special visit? It's always a special visit to see you too. Not that you ever need a reason to visit your favorite hedgehog shopkeepers. Exactly. You could just stop at favorite hedgehogs, I mean. Well, no, they're definitely my favorite. They definitely beat out, like, Sonic and Amy. I mean, definitely Sonic. Sonic's just kind of a self-absorbed jerk. My hair's being a jerk. It's getting all caught up in the cord. Can't think of any other hedgehogs from that series either. So, I mean, there's always Sonic's mother, which is just Sonic, but with a blonde streak in her hair. Owned by Ken Penders, obviously. I still don't know how he was able to get away with that. It's so dumb. I don't want to get on the Ken Penders rant. I just don't. He basically single-handedly ruined a good comic. Like, that's basically the easiest way of putting it. But, yeah, like, it is nice to see that, like, a lot of existing games are getting re-releases with the ability of buying, like, an update to them. It has me almost feeling, and I kind of hope this isn't the case. And, okay, this may sound a bit weird, because I just said I liked it, but I don't like it in some contexts. I'm kind of hoping they don't just make an updated version of New Horizons or, like, Splatoon 3 and just not actually give us a new game. You know, ain't you lively, Steven? Me, I'm just giving the old bones a rest. It is fair. Viva! Hey there, Steven. Was hoping I'd see you. I'd stop. Ah, this weather rocks. Kind of want to just lay out and enjoy the weather, you know? Yeah, I do know. Weather's actually pretty nice here, too. I definitely preach that. Money rock. But like, trying to go through other things. Looks like Bloodborne sequel coming exclusively to the Switch. Like, that's pretty cool. I've never played Bloodborne, but it's still pretty cool to see that the Switch 2 is getting exclusives. Which I know, saying that, there's going to be people going, oh, but exclusive. It's like, yeah, I don't care. There needs to be a selling point for your system. You know, you're doing cardio, you doing good? Let's chat. Muscle madness! Ooh, I heard shotgun's a great way to work the ads. I also heard my neighbors were complaining. I could imagine Serrano complaining, yeah. I could see that. Alright, I need inventory space. So let's, I'll be back for you, Leaf. I imagine Leaf will just realize I'm here by the time I get back to him. So, I mean, you know. Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom remastered. Well, not remasters, but like enhanced editions. Those will be pretty cool. Might actually make them slightly more affordable, too. Because I imagine the original Switch version is probably going to become a bit cheaper when there being a newer version out. Which will probably make the older version actually obtainable. I mean, I have Breath of the Wild on the Wii U, but just some fossils. It would be nice to have it on the Switch. I've never played Tears of the Kingdom, so... So, I mean, to be fair, with Tears of the Kingdom, that partially was just me being like, I don't know about this. Like, I probably could have got it many times. It's just... Legends ZA is going to have a Switch 2 version. I'm definitely getting the Switch 2 version, because I'll definitely have the Switch 2 by then. So... Well, I say definitely. There's no guarantees. Supply issues could be a thing. It seems like every modern technology gets scalped to crap. It has me honestly kind of hoping that I'm actually able to get one. Because why would companies put anything in place to prevent scalping? That's too easy. Like... And I mean, like, I know some people will be like, oh, but, like, there's nothing you can do. It's like, oh, there's plenty you can do. It's just companies wouldn't do it. So, let's take, for instance, EB Games. GameStop or Game. I think they're the same thing for people in other parts of the world. They're definitely going to be selling it. So what they could do is when you buy a Switch 2, you're, 1, only allowed to buy 1. And 2, you need to register the address you're buying it with, and if that is not a residential address, 1, you just don't get it. 2, you also need to be able to back up that that's actually your address. And then that gets entered into their system. They have a system they can enter things into. Then, if you try to go to another EB Games, well, you're already in their system as having bought one. You're not allowed to buy another one. Or just casually stop in a store and end up falling in love with something, and then you have to buy it. Greenhorn is the only way to shop. Yeah, I'm not that way. I mean, I definitely don't stop in a store to do that. I'm just gonna sell the resources. I don't really need them. Like, that would be an easy way of doing it. It's just they wouldn't want to do that because that would, you know, the shareholders would be going, but scalpers still buy the product, so what do we care? The product is still sold. It doesn't matter who it was sold to. The goal is to sell the product. Another thing would just simply be for Nintendo to cut out the middleman and just offer you to buy a Switch 2 directly from them. That would cut out the middleman entirely and basically remove scalping, because then they can control, you know, in an even better way, how many you're allowed to buy. Okay. I'm here to shop. Oh yes, I'd love to introduce you to all the little seeds and starts I've got with me today. Nothing's in season? Okay, so it's just azaleas now. The sugarcane starts. We've already got that. I don't have azaleas anywhere, so... I need 11. So, I may as well just buy 15. That's how I'm looking at it. I'll have some extras, but I have the storage. Because, like, Nintendo could then not only keep track of addresses, because you need to have them shipped somewhere, but also payment methods. Like, they would know who's buying them based on the payment methods being used. You know. So they could also prevent scalping in that way, because there's only so many payment methods, you know. Scalpers would still be able to buy like 5 or 6, possibly more, depending on how many credit cards they have. But that one is making it a lot more inconvenient for the scalper, which is good. And 2, again, it does limit it by basically the number of credit cards a scalper has. Oh, I need to buy 5 more of that one. This one. There we go. So, like, that would be great, but they're not going to do that either, because that would be too much effort on Nintendo's part. Plus, then, I imagine their partners would get very upset, because, you know, now Nintendo is cutting out the middleman. You know, and that, they can't do that. That's, you know, that's just too much. So I'm grabbing these so I can deal with stuff around Serrano's house. Okay, so 353, right? Yes, 353. Two squares from the door, with that being, so basically stand in front of the door, dig a hole in the middle. I think the rock is literally right there. Well, it's 1 square away. Okay. I have the ability to do this, so I'm going to. This tree is really gonna cramp my style, so I can't really see past it. I think he's gonna get to keep that tree in his yard, maybe. Well, it'll just become part of his thing. Wait, is that... Oh no, it will be right in his yard, because this goes up here. So it'll be in the corner. There we go. That tree, I think, has to go. Whoops. But yeah, like, there's so many things that could be done about scalpers. It's just no one wants to do anything about them, because that would involve admitting that there's a problem. Actually, you know what? I can just leave that tree there, too. Okay, let's do the pink ones on the side. I'll be able to continue the flower paths. It'll be so nice. Definitely do want to clear out a few trees, though. At least move them. Like, it's literally that thing of, like, the first step to solving something is admitting there's a problem. Yeah, that is the problem, is no one wants to admit there's a problem. So, nothing's ever going to get done about scalping, because that would involve admitting fault. So yeah, I just really hope I'll actually be able to get my hands on one. Like, and I say that because even like CPUs and graphics cards are being scalped. Everything technology related is being scalped. And I hate that so much. I mean, it even goes past that, like collectibles get scalped. Like, I feel really bad for anyone just trying to play a card game right now. Like, especially, like, getting into, like, Pokemon. Like, I feel so bad for anyone trying to do that. Because you're just kind of screwed right now. Whoops. I thought the top option was eat. Like, your only real option is buy from scalpers. Like, you don't get the enjoyment of opening packs. Which sucks. Like, that's one of the most fun parts about playing card games, is cracking packs. Like, I get that's not the efficient way of doing things, but it's the fun way. And the whole point is to be fun. Wait, I want my bug net out just in case bees. Okay. I want to move this tree. So, like, yeah, it's just sad. You know, I could pretty safely put one of them just, like, right here. Bam. You know, actually, let's just plop the pear tree right here. That works. Now I just gotta get, like, a bunch of flowers to fill things in with, but that can wait. I don't want today to get sad, so I'm just gonna stop rambling about that. New DK game. Why did they give him pants? Why does DK have pants now? He didn't need pants. Like, am I the weird one for thinking that? But honestly, though, he just looks wrong wearing pants. The mouse functionality of the Switch 2, that was just a rumor for a while and like a theory, but now we've had it actually confirmed, and like, that's gonna be so cool. That's going to make playing some games a lot easier. Like, here's an example. Paladins. Really fun, free-to-play, team-based shooter. On PC. And could be on the Switch, had they implemented gyro controls. But they didn't. It's just twin stick. Yet you're still playing with PC players. So you're at a major disadvantage. Right, I had a recipe to read. Did I read the recipe? Yes, okay. Veggie sandwich. I have to sneeze. I have sneezed. Like, but with the mouse controls, you'll actually be on kind of an even playing field at that point, which will be really nice. World of Tanks Blitz. You can play against PC players on the Switch, but you're stuck with this and gyro controls, which the gyro is nice. Don't get me wrong, the gyro is nice. What's up, Mega Builder? I was doing my 7,617th before bed push-ups and fell asleep and had a terrific dream about a DIY idea. I got super psyched about it and had to share it with someone. And now we're secret DIY buds. Secret Mega Builder boots. Bamboo stop block. Neat. like, that's gonna be really cool. Trying to think through other things that were announced. New Professor Layton? That's pretty cool. We haven't gotten to see Pinky yet. Let's go see Pinky. Still can't get over Kirby Air Riders. I just can't. Like, it may sound dumb, but like, Kirby Air Ride was the, like, one game. I've played it now. I really wanted Madagascan Sunset Moth. Wow, you're not from around here. Like, I really wanted it as a kid, and we just never got it. But I have, you know, I played it at a friend's house. I wanted to borrow it, but I couldn't because it was actually his brother's. And then later on, I have emulated and I've played the crap out of it. It's really fun. Like, I was never expecting there to actually be, like, a remake or sequel or anything. Pinky's sick. Oh, no. I'd feel better if I had some medicine. I'll be right on that, Pinky. New Hyrule Warriors game, too. That should be a lot of fun. I haven't played the one for the Switch, but if I can find it cheap enough, I'll probably pick it up, too. Like, okay. I kind of like the original Hyrule Warriors. Kind of. I say that as a kind of because the original Hyrule Warriors on the Wii U very much was clearly built off of Dynasty Warriors 5. You could really feel that while playing it if you've played a lot of Warriors games. It felt dated as far as Warriors games. Warriors games always, like, Mosu games always feel pretty clunky at times. But, like, if they had built it off of, like, 7 or 8, it would have been amazing. Right. Medicine for Pinky. Where am I going? But instead, they clearly built it off of 5. And that did hurt it a lot. I really wish they would have built it off of, like, one of the newer games, and I would have liked it a lot more, would have made playing it a lot better. I'm also still really hoping they eventually do an Empires-style game in the Hyrule Warriors series, because, like, that would be pretty cool. Not gonna lie, those are kind of the best of the Dynasty Warriors games. My head hurts. I got too much nose gunk in my noggin. I brought medicine. Thanks for bringing me medicine. It's kind of like a healing potion from a video game. Kinda is. Yeah, I'm starting to feel better, but I'm gonna stay put and rest. Maybe read comics or play video games. Well, thank you. So here's a jockey uniform. Aw, you don't need to thank me. If you're feeling sick, Steven, just let me know and I'll def help you out. Aw. I always feel sick. Just not always, like, in the way of being, like, ill sick. Just, like, sick in, like, I'm not mentally okay. Like, that kind of thing. Like, if you class depression as illness, then I always feel that. Yeah, let's catch... No, I don't want to just run around catching cherry blossoms all day. I know there's not terribly long to catch them, so... It might be all a month, but I'm honestly not sure. There's so much. Like... there's too much. And, like, I'm definitely curious to see how some games perform. A crawfish, or else it's a lobster and I'm a giant. Nah, I think it's a crawdon. Like, One of the games, honestly, after having now played it, that I'm curious to see how it'll perform will be World of Tanks Blitz. Because I'm assuming it's gonna make it. Like, there's no reason why it wouldn't. So, you know. I'm also kind of excited to be able to play Luigi's Mansion for the first time. Like, I'm technically able to now. I could emulate it. But knowing it's coming, I definitely don't want to emulate it now, because I'll be able to get it. You know, it's funny how that works. When a game is available to me, I choose to not do the piracy way. You know, I tend to go the legitimate route when it's a legitimate route that actually is involving the original company. I'm not the biggest fan of buying, like, a used game instead of emulating, like, especially when it is something like Luigi's Mansion. I'm not saying, like, that's an expensive game or anything, but, like, it's so old that, like, none of the original developers are probably even still at Nintendo. You know, that's the thought process there. So it's like, okay, not only can I not even buy it, well, could I not even buy it from Nintendo, but the original devs are probably not even there anymore, so, you know. Plus, it's apparently not a very long game, so, like, it feels like a waste to go onto, like eBay and buy a copy, then dig out our GameCube just to play it. So, you know, before they announced that, I would just emulate it. But now they've announced that. It's also really nice that they're doing, like, Pokemon Colosseum and XD Gale of Darkness. Just because, like, those two games are, like, crazy expensive. Like, last I checked, they're not as crazy as Tulip, but Tulip also has no demand. Well, I say no demand. There is demand, but there's very few copies of Tulip, so it makes sense that Tulip is more expensive. Honestly, would love, if Natsume is out there and possibly listening, I would love to see a re-release or remaster of Tulip on the Switch 2. That would be amazing. That would, one, give me the ability to purchase a copy of Tulip, but also, like, seeing that game at, like, higher resolutions is already great. Like, you can do that with the PS2 emulator I use. You can, like, increase the resolution. And just, like, it's so good. But, like, if Natsume or Punchline are out there and hear this, like, hey, I'd buy it. Ooh, that looks like a new bug. Right. Inventory. Is this actually a new bug? Yes! A jewel beetle, it's a real gem. Like, Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, I think it is? The GameCube one. Of the Ike games. That should be a lot of fun. Like, that's one of the games, one of the Fire Emblem games that I've played at, but I've never actually finished. So it'll be pretty cool to actually get a chance to, like, play it and finish it. And now I wait. There's just so much to talk about. And I'm jumping all over the place. I can't help it. I honestly think, of everything announced so far, the things I'm most excited for are Kirby Air Riders, the more or less expansion for Kirby in the Forgotten Land, even though I haven't finished that game yet. That was very much a game that, like, I don't want to get onto, like, depressing topics. But that game was kind of, in a way, ruined for me, just because, like, when it came out, like, my ex wanted to watch me play it, and it's like, cool, I can do that. And then, like, basically started complaining about how long I was taking to get through it, but, like, what it was I was looking for secrets. I'm a Kirby fan. It's what we do. We look for secrets in this Puffballs games. It's just what you do when you play Kirby. Because there's secrets hidden everywhere. It's really nice. So, like, I was going really slow through the game, kind of. I say kind of. I was making pretty decent progress. And then, like, she just got kind of frustrated with it, and then just... I think she got a copy herself, and just kind of played through it, and then just had no interest anymore, and it's like... okay. And I just kind of stopped at that point. So... There's a lot of games that I was like that with, just because, like... I don't know. To me, okay. I want to know if other people feel this way. If you're, like, playing a game for a friend, like, you're playing it, screen sharing it for them, or showing them that game, like, isn't it awkward to play it on your own time and not have them watching, like, when that's your goal? Like... That's kind of where I was with a lot of games, where it's just like, well, I could keep playing, but like... Have I had my coffee today? I'm gonna have to come check, because I don't remember. Because it's like, well, I was screen sharing it for her, and now she's gone. I still struggle to play those games. Like, Forgotten Land, I've looked at a few times since then. Like, man, I could, like, finish that, but... Okay, no, I don't need another cup. Okay, I was just checking that I've already had my cup for today. But yeah, that's, you know. Trying to think through more things. I keep looking over and I keep seeing the game chat thing, and I'm still, every time I see it, my brain is just like, that, I don't like that, but I don't hate it either. It's weird. Like, it is something people have been asking for, because until now, the only way to do voice chat was through your phone, and the Nintendo Switch Online app. Which also, I want to make note of. I've seen so many people be like, man, they need to just stop charging for Nintendo Switch Online. It's like, I get it. I'm not happy to be paying for it either. But in terms of what you get for your money, it's not bad. There we go. Like... Sure, a lot of what you get is free stuff. Like, when it comes to, like, emulators. Like, you can already do all that for free if you have a decent enough computer. Like, that's not really much of a selling point, but, like, I don't have the expansion for, New Horizons. Except I do, because I have the Family Plan Plus. Which means I have it. If I hadn't bought the Octo expansion for Splatoon 2, I'd have that now. Like, them giving some expansions out for free is pretty nice. I wish they would keep adding stuff to that. I also don't have, like, the extra Mario Kart 8 courses. Except I do, because the Family Plan Plus. Like... And, like, when you really break it down, you're not paying that much for it. Like, the regular Switch Online is, like, less than a nickel a day. Like, that is nothing. Especially when you consider that, like, other online services from, like, Sony or Microsoft work out to, like, multiple dollars a day kind of thing. And it's like, You're really gonna complain about a nickel. 5 cents. Yeah, I'm not sold on that one. It's a pretty good value. Honestly, seeing people freak out that they were removing a game from Switch Online, it's like, yeah, they can do that. Also, I'm almost positive it's a game no one was playing anyway, so, you know. There's a lot of the games they've added to the Switch Online stuff that probably no one plays. Gonna be real. But yeah, I've rambled enough for today. And it's 4:04, so video no longer found. Thank you all very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you back here tomorrow for more Animal Crossing New Horizons. See you all then! And now in this end card, I would like to ask if you liked the video, could you maybe hit the like button? And if you're not subscribed, could you maybe subscribe? Trying to reach 700 subs and you could help out a lot. Thanks a bunch.